Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Terratech with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to a little cab upside down. Well, on its front anyway. In today's episode, we're going to go out and try to do some venture missions, because today, I want to make a tiny little hovercraft, but sadly I am missing several of the parts which I really want to use, including the more basic of the hover controls, the little, I think they're actually called hover controls as well. We do have a version of it, this here, the horn steering hover from GSO, but there is a more basic version, the 5-way version, which you can get via Venture, and by the looks of things, we don't have it. At least, I believe it's a Venture item. Even if it's not, there's still a lot of Venture stuff we want for the hovercraft, so it won't do us any harm, and we probably will do some GSO stuff on the way anyway. So let's go out, let's get some quests, and let's get started. Oh, there you go. That was far closer than I expected. Still really, really loving the bike. The bike is definitely my favourite way to get around, although the plane is definitely the faster way. Loop-de-loop. This is the big one, the creme de la creme, the loop de la loop. You know, probably just butchered everything there. It's tough to build something that can get through this mad corkscrew in one go. Let's see if you've got what it takes. Okay, let's grab that. In fact, we'll grab all of these. There we go, all the missions ever, and let's go to the loop, which is over yonder. Okay, oh, there it is. Ooh, the bike might be okay here, although I may consider removing the gyroscope just for this one. Are those enemies too close? No, they're okay. Let's just see how it does first time. That's weird. It looks like the first two haven't quite spawned. Oh, it's turning along the way. So we want to go at a slight angle then, like this. Oh, yeah, the gyroscope fights it too much. That's what the problem was there. Ooh, how about then if we just have some downwards-facing thrusters? Nothing else, nothing too fancy, just... Actually, would it be better to have it on the front? Just because that would also be a lot easier, just throw these two. Just so the front of the bike constantly locks in. We'll see. It's probably best to have it everywhere. Let's just do this for now. Just leave those there. I can always grab it on the way back out. Try to. And now. No, not quite. Yeah, the gyroscope really messes that up. I think even if we had quite a few of them, it's still going to mess up. I think just a regular buggy would probably do better here. Since without the gyroscope, what happens is... Click, and we fall over. The gyroscope is, at the end of the day, what's keeping us upright. So let's quickly make ourselves a buggy. Or we could try and spawn in Ploop, because why not? Hello, Ploop. Welcome back to life, buddy. Bike, you can go and take a break for a little bit. If this doesn't work, I'll actually try and make something new. Whee! Oh, so close! If we turned a bit more at the start. Okay. All those enemies are a bit close. Coming to you from the future. So it turns out, in that last clip, we did have the 5-way steering hover. However, it's got a facelift. It now looks completely different to how it used to. At least, well, it's at least a little bit different. It's a bit more on the chunky side. It looks a bit more substantial. Before, it was a very flat disc, and now it's more of an actual thruster set. So I simply didn't notice it because I was looking for the old logo. But don't worry, we end up getting distracted by missions anyway. It just means we do have the item, we can purchase more of them, so we will definitely be building the hover today. And there we go! Little Ploop once again wins it. Oh, really damaged its fuel though, that almost exploded. What's that one? That's a Venture conveyor. Oh, okay. And that's a Venture collector. I didn't even know you actually had collector's Venture, so well done there. And your tiny little front block, which we already have one of currently on us. Well, it gave us one of the hovers at least, so we don't have to buy that. Nothing too fancy though. Surprise! shields and everything, okay. I wonder if that's a Venture Tech. It certainly looks like it, but we're not close enough to see its nameplate. Adding these extra missiles definitely slowed us down. But at the same time, pretty good at knocking off blocks. And the enemy can't hit us because we're a flyer, and flyers are just so overpowered in this game. As soon as the enemy AI can use flyers, this game's going to be so much scarier. Oh, and you are destroyed and so many parts survived. Lovely. Slow descent and landing. Lovely, okay. Let's see what we got from you then. What is your corpse gonna give us? Not all that much. A lot of blocks, a lot of stuff to sell. So let's just throw down the black hole generator. Is that like a little base? Are you a mobile base? Because we were talking about you in the previous video. I think you are. Not really much stuff we don't already have though, to be fair. Just sort of looking at you right now rather than actually trying to properly attack. Huh, that's interesting. Ooh, a thing. Look, there's a delivery crate. No enemies going to spawn? It's just an actual delivery crate? You're not kidding with me? Okay then. Let's see if I can actually land this thing in the correct place. That would be nice. There we go. Oh, come on! That's cheating! Thankfully, of course, I can just fly away, which is kind of cheating in its own right. Da 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 da. I was kind of hoping that would have killed you, sadly not. We definitely need to make an actual fighting flyer, and that's another reason why we want the hover controls, because they can be used in a larger helicopter, like the Hawkeye one I built quite some time ago. Although helicopters in this game are still less than ideal, just because of all flight-based systems are all linked to one key, and you can't change that hotkey. So you can't actually have turning on something separate. It's kind of weird. Well, I killed that guy a lot easier than that guy at the bottom. This may take a while. We're coming in hot, and there we go. Why did it home in on that one? I guess it tries to go for the largest target. I was hoping the smaller one would be killed then, but apparently not. And did that do the job? And there we go. Huzzah for the assault bike. Did I mention that the bike is easily my favourite craft at the moment? Ooh, things. Oi, get away from all of that. Goodbye. What we got? We got the refinery, we got a little railgun, which would be quite cute on the bike actually. We got whatever that was, just a pink block by the looks of things. A pack collector? What's the pack collector? Middle range, small collector, good armor, but okay, fair enough. Just a collector, more stuff we need to sell in the future. And that is about that. Thank you. And then the assault bike can lose 2 of its missiles because that just slows it down and makes turning way more difficult. And then let's go and do raiding party. Actually, let's see if we can do raiding party on the assault bike. Whee! If we actually flipped these rotors, which wouldn't look as good, we could move quickly in the air. I am still considering doing the whole jump mechanism we did before, but better. Ooh, look at you. I'm going now. Wait, I killed it? Those 2 missiles killed it? Well, you were designed to explode, weren't you? Oh god, there's so many of them, and they're so big. Boop. I mean, I am going to win, especially since they're being distracted, but Lord, this will take a while. Yeah, I need more missiles. Once you have a certain amount of missiles, you reach a certain critical threshold where the damage going through a shield because of the AoE can still destroy a block in one shot. Like, for instance, that block that just flew into the air. It seems like about 4 is when you reach that. Then, as you add more, it just becomes more and more lethal and shields become more and more useless. I'll just, stay over here. You can just slowly die. Good guys, remember? So, I just figured out that we do indeed have the steering hovers the entire time, and I've probably put a little clip explaining this at the start of the video, or at least near the start of the video. Yeah, when did I change the look of these? I did not realise that happened at all. So let's go ahead and finish off this one though with the raiding party. I was getting a bit bored just lobbing missiles, so instead we have mortars. We did take out the shields. Oh look, the enemy also has mortars. And it also has the mega cannons. No match for mortar spam, however. Oh, hello, you do have shields. Please go away. Please, please, sir, I am stuck. Sir, I have fallen and can't get up. This is very rude to keep attacking me at this point. Yeah, there we go. There's the mortar shells, and you are dead. I am more and more considering using the megaton cannons, just because as much as I do love the mortar... Oh, you knocked off stuff. As much as I do love the mortars, having to face forward all the time on something as heavy as this craft is such an annoyance. Whereas the megaton cannons can actually swivel, which is far, far better. Come on, let's just see if we can kill this bugger nice and quickly now. Doesn't help, I'm kind of firing the mortars way into the air here. But thankfully, with their natural homing, it wasn't really a problem. Geocorp, manufacturing blocks. There we are, the mass SCU. And let's go ahead and finish off the last one. Who also has mortars? Loving the mortar love. Because who needs FPS when both teams have mortars? And... is the lag enough to kill you? Maybe. At some point. Die. There we go, finally cutting through. Wow, that was very, very well protected. Now, where is my reward? There is my reward. What is my reward? My reward is a Santa hat. Yay, it is getting up to Christmas, I suppose. Down we go. Will this be a trap yet again? No, it won't. Lovely. And some more tracks. We really need to build a tank. A tank is definitely something which is on our radar of things we need to do. Also, we really should start building the hover soon, but I'm just having fun doing quests. There we are. Don't know where I moved it, honestly. I just wanted to for no particular reason. Well, all the quests are done except for the more passive ones, so let's go ahead and let's build our little hovercraft. The thing is, I'm really hoping that hovers aren't quite as bouncy as they used to be, because I still want to build quite a small hover, and the smaller hovers had a tendency to be a bit on the unwieldy side, to say the least. So let's get a couple of stabilizers, at least 2 extra, a couple more of the hover plates. I tend to find these ones the best, the 0G. The Venture 0G plate will provide unlimited propulsion in a given direction. It's... I don't know. I think the regular hovers, though, from GSO actually might work better. We will find out as we build it. So let's put down a new cab, which will be our hovercraft. First of all, let's just see how the different types of hovers actually respond. There we are. Put down our stabilizers. And then... let's first try with the 0G plates. If I recall, which I probably can't, these aren't particularly powerful. Never mind. Never mind. Nope, stop, bad. Okay, let's not use those. Because of course it is just unlimited propulsion, it isn't actually responding to how close we are to the ground. I don't know. I thought they were a little bit weaker than that. Let's go backwards. Come on, you can do it. You moved us a little bit. Close enough. As long as I can throw the stuff into the SCU, that's fine. Firacle, they're a bit weak. Goes flying off into the sunset. Okay, let's try these. These are the hover plates from GSO. Small hover plates to reduce friction and keep your techs floating. Boing, boing, boing. You see, this is what I was more concerned about. Oh dear. It's a little bit bouncy. Got to be said, it's a little bit bouncy. Back and turn, back and turn. I mean, it is hovering, it's just not something I particularly want to keep on using because it will make me feel a little bit sick. What to do then, what to do? Combine them both and become absolutely airborne. I mean, you know, that's actually not too bad. Here's the thing, though. Being this high up, we wouldn't have to worry about terrain clipping as much. The thing is, though, do I count as flying right now? If I put this down and held down shift, okay, yeah, so I do count as flying? That's weird, it doesn't... No, it doesn't count as flying. Oh, now that is very, very interesting. Because it doesn't count as flying, regular controls are going to be far easier. Is that because I went over the tech? I think it was. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I think they have changed this a little bit since the last time I was using these. Okay. 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 Let's let's figure out a better way of doing this. Oh dear. How about using the propellers? This will help with both turning and actually just going forwards, which would be pretty darn nice, it must be said. And then, I don't know, maybe some of the better steering hovers, the more powerful ones? I bet with the booster jets, these can go flying because of the lack of friction. Yeah, that's pretty darn quick. Maybe I will like using the hovercrafts, actually. Now I'm getting used to this, I see a lot of potential. You know? I'm really enjoying this, actually. From quite a bad start, this is... weird. It's weird in a really good way. Oh, here we go. That'll raise us up, probably. Now, here's the problem. How am I going to get over this? Ow. Ooh, how about if we had some... Well, that worked anyway. But how about if we just had a couple of downwards-facing thrusters? Oh god, the control on this. It feels like it's going to be a lot of fun in very brief amounts. If I keep on using it, I will probably be driven absolutely insane. Okay, there we go. That's how we can do stuff like that. So just moving along will happen... Ooh. Okay, when we are in the air, though, we do become true flyers. So all my controls have changed now. That's a little bit annoying, so we'll have to make sure we've actually got some forward momentum before doing that. And that'll just allow us to bounce over things. A little bit slow when it gets close to the ground. I was hoping maybe it would respond faster. How about using some more of these? There we go. Off into the sunset. Whee! And then this should kind of throw us to the ground, which hopefully will respond faster this time. Ow. Okay, then we just need to be careful. We're a little flying car. I would like some more speed, though. Like I say, because of the zero friction, this has the potential to be really, really quick. Oh, I know exactly what I want to use. The Venture propellers, the ones I really like the look of. Let's actually purchase a couple more, although we only technically need 2. It'd be better if we had 4, just so we can swap vehicles a bit easier. Also, I've just noticed something. How are we going to stop this craft without pressing B? I have no idea. Well, that's something we'll have to find out in the future, I suppose. Now, flight blocks, these ones. Make sure they're the correct way around, even though I do prefer them being back to front, which is silly, I know, but in terms of looks, it is just how it is. Hello, fellow! Goodbye! I guess what we need to do is make sure not to have the thrust completely used up. Then on the way down, I could press shift again. Ow! Ah, the fellow's faster than I expected. Come on, that's it. Go on the side. Damn it. Little fellow, you're being very mean to me right now. I have no weapons. You're just being a meanie head. Boop. Then on the way down, press it again, and there we go. We stabilize. Oh. I wonder if there's a maximum height with the 0G plates. I have a feeling that no, but let's find out. Maybe there is a maximum height. Oh, that's interesting. That's actually really interesting, because it means that we can become way more stable by just using loads of those. Let's see if this responds faster. A little bit faster, actually. Not by much, but a little bit faster. Now, here's a question. This is probably for the next video. If I were, let's say, to add this, could I anchor from up here? Oh my god, I can. We can make a hover base. I know what we're doing now. Oh, we're going to be nomads with a hover base. How about that, then? That'll be perfect. Actually, let's put you down there. Come on, connect to the ground so I can remove you. Stop it. Stop, thank you. Like I say, driving me a little bit mad. Well, let's finish this thing off then. Let's make it look a little bit better, add some weapons, make it a bit more agile, especially at turning. And then we can go ahead and test it out properly. We do have the avalanche launchers, which I do want to use. I do like these, but I don't think they're going to be particularly good looking on this craft. I think, really, Hawkeye missiles probably are what we want. That is such a good, easy-to-use weapon. Make sure they're facing the right way around, press fire, they do all the work for you. It's everything you want in a missile, really, isn't it? Plus, we can make it look a bit funky by doing this and having one on the bottom as well, but then we'd have to replace the plate. It would be a little bit more annoying. Anyway, leave it like that for a second. That's pretty cool as well, making a 3. Oh, make it like a diamond shape. Why are you so mean? All I did was lob missiles at you. Well, now what are you gonna do, buddy? There you go. I think I lost a missile because of that. Poor little plane. Okay, little plane, go to sleep. So you don't get hurt again. Let's finish this thing off. Oh, enemy. Let's go somewhere safer. Hello, hostiles. Well, it does make for a very good missile barrage, since we're so elevated all the time. That constant bouncing, though, when the terrain changes. Height. Yay! GSO license maxed. What do we get for our troubles? A single item. What is it? Just a payload terminal? I already have like 10 of those. But thanks anyway. As a missile carrier, the hover definitely works. And on flatter terrain, the control's really good. It's just... Oh, look, a hovercraft. As soon as you go off of the flatter terrain, it's a bit on the worrying side. Back, back, back. Go over. I don't know why. Just do it. And turn. And fire again. Yeah, controlling this is actually very, very easy. It's just you have to go very slowly over very hilly terrain. Otherwise it bounces you so much you can hit the floor. And I feel like, part of that is just because we built this a bit too heavily. Few too many components. Can this thing please die? I have 5 missiles. Thank you. And as a reward, we get me accidentally flying off into the corner. Having no natural friction is still something I'm getting used to. There we go. What's that? Is that one of those ones where you can drop something? Yes, it is. It's the explosive bolt. Okay. So, I've been messing around a little bit, using only the Venture hovers, using only the GSO versions and such, and it feels like only using Venture and a lighter hover is the most stable out of all the different variants. I don't know if that's just in my head, but it certainly seems like it. And also, you can still be very, very quick like this, which is very, very nice indeed. Now, the question is, will this be able to handle hills? Because that last version couldn't. Well, it could if you were very slow and meticulous. At full speed, what's going to happen? Yes, that's what I wanted to see. It did just go into fly mode there, and that really messed things up. It's why it looks like it's stalled. Getting a bit close to the ground a few times there. Oh, almost. Honestly, working better than I expected. It does shift into fly mode a little bit too much, which just really messes up my controls. But, ignoring that, we haven't hit anything. And that's with us purposefully trying to hit things. Oh, that was the closest it's got. How about now? Almost hit the tree. And there we go, finally actually smacking into something. So being lighter definitely helps, and I believe the Venture hovers are a bit better. So how about if we used more of the Venture hovers then? Do we actually have spare Venture hovers? We have 1. Oh, that won't work now, will it? So let's go and purchase some more. Let's see if that helps or hinders. The reason why I think it may hinder is because it may put a bit too much lift on the craft, which then makes it go too high, so then it tries to compensate by going into flight mode, and, well, it's not all that great. And for those who don't know what flight mode is in Terratech, once you go past a certain height, your control method completely shifts. For instance, on planes, backwards becomes pitch up. Oh, whoa, that's rocky. Oh, that's horrible. No, do not like this. Bad. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Constantly hitting flight mode. So, no. Multiple is not a good thing. So, my first thoughts then. This is the final product. It's a very, very simplistic hovercraft, I admit, but on the flat terrain, it does fantastically. It only rocks slightly, it's fairly quick, it has loads of missiles, which of course makes me very happy, and because of the elevated position, the missiles tend to hit the enemy on the head, which tends to do the best. Hitting from the top normally hits all those vulnerable sections that aren't properly protected, which is very, very good indeed. Let's just remove you. I said let's just remove you. The problem is, though, hills. Just every version of hovercraft I've built so far, maybe it's just through lack of experience, cannot deal with hills that well. Honestly, the last version we just shown was the best. Hello. These are missiles. Oh, that was easy. So, a good little hunting craft, easy to throw together, cheap, and definitely something different. But will it be a usual vehicle I use? Probably not. Either way, this is our hovercraft. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Terratech is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Soon, we'll make a hover base, and I'm fairly certain I will try to stabilise this a little bit more off camera. I'm sure I'm missing something, and I will find out what it is. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.